So this is a lobster mushroom. It's a little soggy. I'm not sure if it's too ripe. Certainly looks a bit ripe. But I'll pull it out and see. That looks lovely. Just needs to be cleaned up. That doesn't look too bad there. Yeah. That might be alright. She's a little soggy, I think, from the rain. I'm going to put this one. Actually, I think I might just clean it up out in the field here and then take it home. If you clean it out in the field, you're leaving, you can see the spores of the lobster mushroom. I'll tell you a little bit about, you can see the spores there. It's good to bury back over where you just picked. You can see the mycelium here. By cleaning your mushrooms out in the field, you're not putting a dirty mushroom in your bag and then trying to clean everything at home. It's just much harder when you've got all these dirty mushrooms in your bag and then you come home and all of your mushrooms are dirty, where some that you picked might have been clean. Just much easier to clean them out in the field. And then you're keeping the mycelium and the spores out in the field as well to kind of create more mushrooms. So I'm going to put this in a separate bag because I might find some other different species and I want to separate my different mushrooms. Alright, I'm just going to turn off the camera and continue in a minute. Alright, so that's all cleaned up and we'll put that in my bag. So we left all this here for little creatures to eat. And I'll put that in my bigger bag and carry on. Now the lobster mushroom, it's not really a mushroom. Well, it is a mushroom, I guess. But it's more of a parasite versus a mushroom. And what it does is it's a parasite that takes over the Russula mushroom and transforms the Russula mushroom into a lobster mushroom. That particular mushroom, the Russula, some people pronounce it Russula, is it's a whole different mushroom altogether. And once the parasite takes over the Russula, it turns the white mushroom or Lactaria species. It can take over either the Russula or the Lactaria species. It'll attack either of those two mushrooms and changes it. Taking it over changes the gills into a firm surface, no longer gills, and completely transforms that whole mushroom into an edible mushroom that you can actually eat. That particular mushroom, before it turned orange, is not that edible. It's a pretty unique mushroom. You might want to take a look at it, read up on it. They're pretty amazing. So I'm just randomly going through the woods here to try to hunt down some mushrooms so I can show you different species. This is a coral mushroom. As you can tell, it looks kind of like something you'd see underneath the water. This particular species you can't eat, you can just enjoy looking at. They're pretty neat. They come in purple, white. The white species you can eat. Some people don't do well on it. I have not personally eaten them, so I can't really recommend them or know what they taste like, so I can't help you there. These are yellow spindle coral. I might be pronouncing that wrong. I used to think these were yellow club because they're not so pointed, but they are hollow on the inside of these mature ones. Well, maybe they are yellow club. Yellow club fungus. Right? Or they could be yellow spindles. I just thought I saw something over here. I always take the dogs with me. They always stick right close by. They can alert me if something comes near, which is nice. Yeah, I'm not sure what that particular mushroom is. I know a lot of my mushrooms, but don't know them all. I thought that might have been a possible Lacterius or a Rusula. That might be a Rusula there. See, it's all very brittly. It's too thick in there to get in close to it. So I won't bother. I'm sure there'll be more. These growing on the side of the birch here are birch polymorph. You can't eat them, but you can make a tea out of them. And they grow on the sides of birch that are rotten and dead, decayed. Birch polypore. And here we have a nice orange colored mushroom. This is your chanterelle. Chanterelles are easy to tell apart. This one here is pretty decayed. It's not a great example of a chanterelle. Chanterelles you can tell by their smell. Their stem are kind of like cheese strings by peeling them. White inner flesh. They don't have the true gills, as you can tell close to their gills. It's not a great example of one. But I can tell by their, let's say this is a bolete. I think it's a lyceum. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong because they have the spotting on the stem. A bolete does not have gills. It is not a polypore, so it doesn't grow on the side of a tree. As you can tell, it has pores. Don't know if my camera is getting that good for you. So yeah, a lot of these are blue. This is bruising. The cap, when bruised, is changing color. So I'm not particularly sure on all my boletes. This one here is bruising and changing color. It's a brown stain. Some boletes will stain blue when injured. So some will bruise underneath the cap. Some will stain when you break open. The meat inside will stain. So that will help you tell which bolete you actually have by doing all these different tests, scratching the stem, scratching the underside of the cap. There are so many boletes out there. Yes, a lot of your boletes you can eat, but there's some that will make you really sick. And then there's some that are poisonous. So, oh, there's another bolete here. Or is it chicken fat? This is a Soleus species. The Soleus has more open, wide pores. This one's a very old species. And they're very, I don't know, they're very slimy. These particular ones, well, not that particular one you wouldn't eat. I think that particular, well, species you can eat. These little fellas are winter chanterelles or yellowfoot. So there's several different species of chanterelle. I showed you a different one a while ago, but this is a winter chanterelle. These are edible. They don't look necessarily pretty. That is a winter chanterelle. I will show you more. Here's a good picture of one. There you go. Yellow bottom, stem. Still, the gills are not true gills. I'm just showing you these mushrooms. I don't want you to go out, if you're not familiar with your mushrooms and have done a ton of research on your mushrooms. It took me years researching mushrooms and knowing all my mushrooms very well before I have started to actually eat them. There's still some that I'm pretty positive I know what I have, but have not eaten them. You guys going for a swim? It's great to have dogs that are well trained, that stick with you, but don't have to be on a leash. They have freedom. Oh. Come on, let's go. Volno. You are crazy. Ah, don't get mommy wet. All right, let's go. Crazy pups. This way. Let's go. But I've been training dogs for over 30 years, so. This is a cute little baby Russula. I'm not going to bother him. He's just tiny. To show you, there's more winter chanterelles here. I think I will take these guys. Another mature Russula here. I don't eat any of the Russula or Russulas. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Some more over there. Shh. Go for a swim. Volno, go for a swim. Yeah, go for a swim. Volno, go for a swim. Go for a swim. Volno. Alright. So I am gonna, so I like having a knife with me. I should have a nice string on this, it would be helpful. Having a knife on me so I can cut them at the stem, which is much easier. Winter chanterelles are nice, generally really nice and clean. I don't even have to clean these guys. They just come nice and clean. And I'll just throw those right in my bag. Okay. And I'll leave some. So I'm also looking around while I have the camera. So these, my friends, are not edible. They might be jack-o'-lanterns. I'm not sure. They probably have a brown. I don't really want to touch them because I am picking a lot of mushrooms that a rusty paw print, probably, if I was to get a paw print. Let's see if this one has released spores on the top of the other one here. I'm not sure. No. But I believe these are not edible. That, I think, is a Rusla, but a very old one. Not sure what these little cuties are. I don't know all my mushrooms. There are several species out there, but I will take you on my journey. That's probably a Lacteria species. How you can tell if they're Lacterius is the Lacterius, they usually, well, this one here for one snaps, but the Lacterius, they usually bleed when you scratch the gills. I'm just going to get a stick here so I can scratch the gills for you. I'm not in very good lighting. Let me get back out in the sun here. And that's bleeding yellow. I don't know if you can see that. Let me get to some sun here. So the Lacteria species will bleed. See how that's bleeding yellow? There we go. Okay. So when you scratch the gills of a Lacteria species, they will bleed. And that's how you know they are Lacterius. They're usually, I don't know, it's just there's some more polypores in that tree here. I don't know if that's turkey tail, I don't think. I don't think. They're very light for a turkey tail. Oh, they might be. Oh, got my reading glasses on. Nowhere. And I didn't bring them. I think they might be turkey tails. They just got pores on the underside, white. And I'll have this in good lighting. White underside. Let's see how the different sections of colors. Usually it's a little more pretty than this. But I believe this may be not a great example of turkey tail. Turkey tail, Trimisi versicolor. It's like a velvet top, white pores underside. Turkey tail is a great as a medicinal tea. Oh, look what we got here. So I could take this home. I don't think it's a great example of turkey tail. I would collect it from a better specimen. So I'm gonna, there's a whole bunch of winter chanterelles here. I'm gonna collect a whole bunch over here. And then I'm gonna show you something else. I'm gonna collect all these and I'll be right back. And I'm back after picking that, and I think what I might have stumbled on, I believe, is your death angel. So this is one of your most deadly mushrooms around. There's usually a vulva, not usually, there should be a vulva at the base of this under the ground. This is an amanita. So there should be a white vulva. So it's like an egg sac, kind of where the mushroom started. So I'm not going to take it right out. I'm just going to try to clear it off for you to see. Actually, I will take it out so you can kind of see it. So that's where the mushroom came out. And you got your typical skirt where the cap opened up and it's still attached. That is your death angel, white gills. That is a very deadly mushroom. And there's some more here. Okay. So those you do not want to eat. I don't pick any white or cream colored. There's one grown beside winter chanterelles over here. Death angel, winter chanterelles. And then we're going to pick the winter chanterelles, but then we got a pile of winter chanterelles my dogs are going to walk on. Great. And I will pick these. Oh my, there's a lot of them. What do we got here? That's a mushroom. I thought they were puff balls, but they're not. I'm not sure what they are. They're too young. And then there's another. Not sure. All right, I'm going to pause it again and pick these. There is some more. Man, that might be a death cap. It's kind of yellowy. And it's got speckling on the stem almost. I'm just going to smell it because death cap has a sickly, sweet smell. It's got like little... No, I think that's not the death cap. I think it's the death angel. Death cap, death angel. Okay, guys. All right, I'm going to pick these. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I just walked a little bit past where I just picked into another section here, away from the creek. I think we'll go back. There's another poisonous one. Amanita. Destroying angel. I think I was calling it Death Angel a while ago. Brain's not here today, apparently. We got the Destroying Angel Death Cap. Gotta get my words straight here. Get you guys all confused, wouldn't I? Alright. Stay away from the white, creamish, greenish Amanita family. You'll be alright. Alright. I guess I should zoom out a little bit. That'll be helpful, huh? Don't need to be seeing the tree up close. I don't know if these are... Are you guys already through here? Wow, there's some more. I'm not sure what you got here. Different chanterelle. Ah, don't step on them. So this is winter chanterelles and chanterelles. Oh no, these are, I think we have hedgehogs. Oh, these are my very favorite if they are. And I'm thinking they are, oh my heavens. So hedgehog mushroom, as you can tell why they got the name hedgehog. You can see these cute little quills underneath. They're not sharp, of course. They're just very soft. You don't have to pick the quills off when you're cooking this. This is a very, very fine edible. And there is no lookalikes. You get a nice kind of orangish mushroom with quills underneath. You have one of the best tasting mushrooms, one of my favorites anyway. Yeah, I'm finding them definitely in hemlock forest or fir, but they are one of my favorites. Fried up in butter. Anyways, I am going to pick all these sweeties and add them to my bag, along with a couple winter chanterelles here. All right, we just picked those, and I looked up, and look what no, come here, come, down, good girl. Chachi, come, stay. I don't want you walking on my mushrooms, oh my heavens. Down. Oh, you just laid on some. I'll go pick them up after, stay. Now, look what I found. I found winter chanterelles, some more hedgehogs, but look at more hedgehogs, more hedgehogs up on the side of the bank and up the hill a bit. Oh, fantastic. Hunting for mushrooms, I'm sure, is like hunting for a